Hey, what's up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Shout out to everybody who watches, everybody who comments, everybody who likes, everybody who's joined for a membership, everybody who's subscribed. Just this past week, we passed 30,000 subscribers. It's dope, man. It's a milestone for me. My goal by the end of the year is to get to 100,000. Let's see if we can get there. I can only do it with y'all help, but also with the work that I put in for y'all and give y'all something to support consistently, man. So shout out to y'all. Yesterday, the NFL and Kendrick Lamar dropped the new Super Bowl commercial and then confirmed that SZA is performing with Dot at the halftime show on February 9th, all right? I swear I said this was going to happen on the video before. It might have been a live stream, but it makes all the sense in the world with Dot and SZA going on tour together for the GNX tour, and that's going to be starting this year. This just makes all the sense. I think, in a lot of ways, the same way Usher, his Super Bowl performance, but he also had his Vegas residency and he went on tour. It gives the whole world a preview of what they can see on stage when the show comes to your city. So I just think it's all perfect time. It makes all the sense in the world. It's also dope that though Kendrick finished his TDE contract, right, and decided to start his own label instead of re-sign to TDE. He has PG Lang, so he's fully PG Lang now contractually. It's just dope that he's still close with TDE, that there's still this tie. They still seem like a family. Like, it really seems like a bond that's way too strong, to ever really split. Like, so even if there's not a contract in place, I think, and I hope that we forever see Kendrick around TDE and vice versa. That's just how it looks. And Dot raps about it on the Heart Part 6. And which is still one of my favorite songs off of GNX. So I love that part about it too. Also just side note, I also saw it announced this morning that Doechii is performing at the Grammys, which I know is going to be nothing short of amazing. So shout out to TDE, man. Like they really doing it out there. But, now with SZA in place and now that's official, I want to have a little fun with it. And I want to predict songs that Dot will perform. I want to do this prediction video, right? And so, but I want y'all to hit me in the comments with predictions too. Y'all know that I talk back with y'all. Y'all know that, you know what I'm saying? I did my last video was about the Joey Badass shots that I missed at daylight and one that I missed at cold, and I got that from the comment section. So definitely hit me with the comment section. Just hit me with what you think your song lineup is gonna be. Now, I'll set some parameters for it, right? Typically, a Super Bowl halftime performance is between 12 and 15 minutes. Rihanna's halftime performance was 13 minutes, and she did 12 songs. Usher's was 15 minutes, and he did 11 songs. Dr. Dre and company, remember, it was Dr. Dre, it was Snoop, it was M, it was Mary, it was Kendrick, it was 50. That was 14 minutes, and they did 11 songs. So I'm predicting, just to keep it safe, I'm saying 11 songs. So I'm counting 11 songs for Kendrick right now, and we'll see. But so we're just gonna go through it, right? I'm predicting also that a portion of the show, if not all of the show, will be dedicated to the city of LA, with all that the city is going through right now, with the wildfires and all that the city has lost. I think we're gonna get at the very least a moment for LA, for the first responders, for the people who are on the front lines putting out the fires, for the communities that were lost, and some type of something to inspire hope for the rebuild, because LA has a long road ahead of it for the rebuild, and the fires still aren't 100% out. There's still fires burning everywhere. So I think a big portion of this is going to be dedicated to LA. So first of all, let's get this out the way. I do believe that Kendrick will perform some version of Not Like Us. I don't ever think Kendrick and the NFL planned for him to perform that song in its entirety. It's really a time and a place for everything. And I don't think Not Like Us in full and unedited would have ever flown at the Super Bowl. No matter if it was this year, last year, 10 years from now. I just don't think that's a song that you get in its entirety unedited at the Super Bowl ever. I think that was determined from the beginning. I think that was the expectation. I think, I don't even know that Kendrick ever fought to perform that song in its entirety at the Super Bowl. I feel like the plan was always to have some version of it. And even though Drake did name drop the Super Bowl in his lawsuit against UMG, And many felt like that was a tactic to maybe scare the NFL or deter the NFL from having Kendrick perform the song during the Super Bowl. I think we get an edited version. Maybe we just get the instrumental with a marching band or something, right? Maybe we just get the hook, which is totally appropriate for the Super Bowl. Just the message, they not like us, like one side versus the other. So totally could be recontextualized into a Super Bowl song. So maybe we just get the hook, or I mean, Kendrick has been known to just switch things up totally. We've gotten late night performances with like brand new songs that we never heard before and stuff like that. So he always makes his televised performances like really special and one of a kind. Maybe we get a brand new verse. Maybe we get a brand new verse using the popularity and anticipation of the song to bring attention to something bigger. It may be a remix to Uplift LA, or to make some sort of bigger statement about the world and the state of the world that we're in now. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking out loud. This is just me predicting based off of what we've seen from Kendrick in the past, and a little bit, I guess, if I was in his shoes, but I'm not. But we're definitely getting some version of Not Like Us. I believe we get All Right. I think that's a no-brainer, even though he did perform that during, when he performed with Dr. Dre. I believe we get All Right. I think the world needs that song right now. Again, it's one of his biggest songs, and I think it is so just relevant to the world right now. Again, with everything going on in LA, the wildfires, with everything going on politically in this country, and we now have Donald Trump back in office, and there's divisiveness and there's uncertainty, and people, are scared and losing their rights, and we're seeing ICE and immigration and just all sorts of things. The world is changing, and I think people are uncertain, and so I think All Right is going to be right on time. Could get dedicated solely to LA, could be kind of a bigger picture of the world, but I think we need All Right, and I think we're absolutely getting All Right. I believe that we get Mad City, because if you ever been to a Kendrick show, that song is a staple. You know what I'm saying? An absolute staple in the Kendrick show. It goes up. That song wasn't technically ever like a single per se, but man, that song operates like a single. If you've been to the shows, that song goes off like a single. That song is absolutely key and essential to any Kendrick Lamar performance. I think we get Mad City. And even just think about the opening line, the Pyrus and Crips all got along, and then look at what Kendrick had been attempting to do with this album and doing at the Pop Out, and just really bring people together, particularly people in his city together. In a promo shot for this, for the Super Bowl, he's wearing purple. Red and blue makes purple, right? He's wearing a purple jacket. So I think we absolutely get Mad City. I think Mad City is important to any Kendrick show. I think it is particularly important in this moment. I think we get Humble, and I think we get DNA off of the Damn album. Just huge singles, just built for stadium, pumps you up. I think we absolutely get those two songs. This is my wild card now. I think we get King Kunta, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Like I won't die on that hill, so to speak. But I think we get King Kunta. When I'm just looking across his discography, again, it has that energy. You know what I'm saying? And I was with my group chat, and my boys were predicting that we get a J-Rock appearance and we get Win. And that'd be dope. It's because Dot is on the ad-libs for Win. He was instrumental in I believe like helping put that song together. But that's a J-Rock song. Dot is on the ad-libs. I think that'd be beautiful. I think J-Rock, what J-Rock has meant to Kendrick, what J-Rock has meant to TDE. Before Kendrick was a star, he was Rock's, hype man. He was touring with Rock. So a lot of what he learned about stage performance and live shows, and the things he would even try himself and find himself on stage, were during Rock's performance, when either he was backing J-Rock up, or there used to be a time in J-Rock's set where Kendrick would get to do like a song or two of his own solo. So it would bring it back 360. It would be dope. And then Win, just the type of song, even if it's just the hook, even the type of song that it is, again, built for the Super Bowl. Like built for the Super Bowl. Like perfect for the Super Bowl. Like perfect to get the stadium amped up. Here's why I don't think that happens though. all the music has to get licensed and cleared by songwriters, producers, sample holders, etc. Right? Like you have to, there's publishing involved when you do televised performances, and it all has to get cleared. And Boy Wonder and Vinyls produced Win. And while they're dope, man, shout out to Boy Wonder, shout out to Vinyls. I think they're great. First of all, amazing producers, and I just think they're great people. They're really so closely aligned to Drake, it would just put them in a weird position and situation to clear those records. So I don't think we get that song ultimately. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a nice start. I don't think we get that song, and when I think of another song that could kind of just rock a stadium, I think of King Kunta. So that's where I'm at with it. From the new album, I think we get TV Off, and maybe just the second half. Like, we're absolutely getting a Mustard moment. Mustard! Like, we're getting TV Off, I believe. I could see a world where Mustard serves as the DJ for Kendrick's set. I could see a world where that happens, which I'm also assuming will include a band like most Super Bowl performances do, and Kendrick does on tour anyway. But TV Off, second half for sure, and I think it'll be cool. We might see Mustard as the DJ for the set, and then I also think we get Squabble Up off of the new album, and then SZA. We can't forget SZA. SZA's a part of this now. I think we get her doing Snooze, a just big single, huge, the song that everybody knows, the sing-along moment, that it's the wave your hands in the air moment of the show. I think we get that. I think we get Luther. And once we get to Luther, I think, this becomes like a sentimental part of the show, right? Again, just think of the sample, and you hear the sample within the hook of the song, If This World Were Mine. So, again, here I think we can get something dedicated to L.A. or some bigger political, inspirational, sentiment, visually to align with this song. Again, like I said, just have a new president. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's people scared. There's people that don't know which direction we're going to go. So, I think If This World Were Mine becomes important. I think Luther becomes important, and we see Kendrick and SZA together. Again, also a preview for what we're going to see on tour. So I think we get Snooze. I think we get Luther. And I think we get All the Stars. That's the stadium light up moment right there, right? All the stars from the Black Panther soundtrack. That's the uplifting moment. That's the moment where everybody puts their camera phones up and puts their lights on, or it's the Super Bowl. So I'm sure they'll give everybody like light up wristbands or light up wands for them to wave in that moment. But I think All the Stars, again, inspirational. I think that is the stadium light up moment. That's 11 joints. That's my prediction. What do you think? Hit me in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to talk back to y'all. I might, if we get good enough comments, if we get like good enough predictions, let's keep it to 11 songs. I might make a second video sharing what y'all said. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, cause remember, like I said in the last video, it's not just me talking to y'all. It's us talking together. So I'm definitely going to talk to y'all in the comments. We get good enough comments, I'll do a second video and talk about some of y'all predictions and some of y'all theories as well. Let's have fun with it, all right? Till the next time. Peace.